Managing resources, making tough choices, and then watching everything click into place. That's what makes a great management game, and the next wave of releases look fantastic. From unique twists on classic genres and systems to completely fresh takes on management titles. These are the best upcoming management games that you can expect to find on Steam over the course of the next year or two. And if you're not subscribed, then get subscribed, because YouTube tells me that only 25% of the people watching this video are likely to be subscribed. So get subscribed so you don't miss a video. Anyway, let's get into the management games. First up, we've got Mars Attracts. Mars Attracts is a theme park management sim with a wicked sci-fi twist, where you play as the Martians from Mars Attacks, abducting humans, running experiments, and turning the Red Planet into the galaxy's most questionable tourist attraction. You've got to abduct humans from across history, Romans, cowboys, the lot. Plonk them into tailored habitats and watch them interact. That, in turn, drives Martian guest happiness and park revenue, letting you expand with more rides, new enclosures, and ever wilder experiments. Expect proper financial balancing, staff management, and a hefty dose of alien humor to guide you along your journey. Now, the release of this game is just around the corner. It's coming out in Q3 of 2025, so if you want to get a little taste of what Mars Attracts has to offer, then you can check out the demo. You can find all of the games that I'm covering in this video linked down in the description below. So check out the demo if indeed you're interested, or if you want to, you can check out my video on the Mars Attracts demo up in the top right-hand corner. Suffice to say, I am very excited for this one and can't wait to play it when it releases fully. Jurassic World Evolution 3 is the third iteration in the Jurassic World Evolution series. These are a series of park management style tycoon games where you have to breed dinosaurs and display them in your theme park in order to try and get as many visitors and reputation as you possibly can. Of course, dinosaurs are not the easiest creatures to potentially house, but that is all part of the challenge. Now, I covered this game and a bunch of other tycoon games in my recent video that I did on the best upcoming tycoon games that you can expect to find on Steam. You can see the video on screen right now and also linked up in the top right-hand corner, so if you're interested in checking out that video after this one, then by all means find it linked down in the description below. Jurassic World Evolution 3 is going to be hitting Steam on the 21st of October 2025. I'm very excited for this one. I do love dinosaur park management style games, so yeah, definitely going to be checking this one out when it drops. Part God game, part base builder, part management game, part automation game, part city builder. It's Sintopia. Fundamentally, this is a game where you have to rear a human population and then cleanse them of their sins. And to do that, you build up a big automation empire down in hell. It sounds like it shouldn't work. It absolutely does. It's such a weird sort of concoction of a whole bunch of different genres, and I think of all of the games on this list, I maybe am most excited for this one, because it really just is so excellent. Up top, up on the sort of planetary surface, you have to manage your population, but not just manage, you have to make sure that their population is managed as well. And occasionally that requires a little bit of tough love. You need to send your humans down into the depths below in order to get their souls cleansed. And of course, you'll make a little bit of profit in the process, which makes it worth everybody's time. There's a demo available for this game that you can check out right now, and it releases on the 4th of September 2025, so not long to wait at all. Are you going to be playing this one? I would be very, very interested to know down in the comments. I absolutely, most certainly will be. Extinction Day is a doomsday management simulator where your goal is deliciously simple. You have to wipe out humanity using plagues, disasters, wars, and anything else that spells global catastrophe. It is gloriously grim, but it's a whole lot of fun. You select your disaster, watch it spread in real time, then stack another catastrophe on top to maximize devastation. That interplay of flood plus disease or famine plus global conflict keeps you experimenting, while humanity scrambles to adapt and resist. It's kind of similar to Plague Inc., except you have a whole bunch more stuff to play around with, which just makes it a terrific experience in my humble opinion. Now, you can check out a demo demo for this title as well. You can also check out my video up in the top right-hand corner. We don't have a confirmed release date for this title quite yet, but it is supposedly coming at some point in Q4 of 2025. I know what you're thinking. This surely can't be an upcoming game, Potato. Surely this released at some point in the 1990s. Well, no. This is Car Park Capital, and it is a satirical city builder tycoon-ish management style game. And your objective is to try and build as much asphalt as you possibly can. You're spreading the gospel of car and car park dependency. It is a crazy premise, but you have to buy land, demolish the stuff that is on it, and construct loads and loads of parking lots, which generates revenue to scale up into ever bigger parking monstrosities, layer in oil drilling, traffic management, and of course the Statomatic dashboard for tracking every penny squeezed out of your car-brained citizens, and you've got a management sandbox equal parts strategy and satire. What an absolutely phenomenal premise. I really didn't know where this game should go. I make a bunch of these list-style videos talking about upcoming strategy games, and I'm still not sure if this is necessarily the right place for Car Park Capital. But wishlist the game if indeed you're wanting to stay up to date with development. I'm curious. I want to see more. I can't wait to see more. Definitely going to be playing this one. So where to start with this one? This is Prison Architect 2, and it is the sequel to Prison Architect, which is a fantastic prison management game where you are put in charge of owning, operating, designing, building, expanding your very own prison. It really is a fantastic premise and a fantastic game. I very much enjoyed the original Prison Architect. Now, I'm a little bit hesitant to highlight this game because we really don't know what's happening with it. There was a release date set, and unfortunately, the game was bumped, and it was bumped from a set release date to a undetermined time in the future. At the present moment, the last update to the Steam page was in July of 2024. Paradox Interactive has, of course, had a rough couple of years, months, with the release of City Skylines 2, and I can imagine that they didn't want to release another dud with Prison Architect 2. So it's currently listed as to be announced. That being said, when it eventually does release, I am hoping for the best. I am obviously going to be playing it because I love the original. Can't wait to see what the second one offers. I just hope it's going to be up to that level of polish that we would now come to expect for a video game in 2025. Either way, I'm interested to see more, but yeah, apprehensive, I suppose. Let's Build a Dungeon is a video game studio management title here. Now, the thing is that you don't just manage a studio that is making a video game, you actually build the video game in the video game. It's very meta. So on the surface level, you have to manage the studio. As I say, you need to hire designers, coders, testers, and then you need to jump inside the game. You need to create the fantasy world, and then in the fantasy world, you need to welcome a whole bunch of players. You need to make sure that they are occupied. You need to make sure that you're setting quests and building buildings in different places. You need to build dungeons. You need to place loot. There is so much to do in this title, and it is such an excellent premise. It's made by the developers that brought you Let's Build a Zoo, which I really enjoyed, and so definitely want to check out Let's Build a Dungeon. Now, there is a demo that is currently available, so check that out if indeed you are interested in the full version of the game. Nothing as to a release date yet, but I will keep you up to date with this one. Mars Horizon 2, The Search for Life. This is a space agency management game where you need to set out for the stars and hopefully try and find life. There's a lot going on. You need to investigate the solar system, collect evidence of life, manage base building, rocket designing, launches, and mission planning to Mars and beyond, leading the way in the future of space exploration. There's a solar system to explore, there are planets to explore, there are missions to conduct on on different planets. There's a lot of space management goodness to find in this title. Very unfortunately, we've not got any more information about when this title is going to be releasing. It is still listed as to be announced over on the Steam page, but if you want, you can check out the original Mars Horizon game, and then, yeah, if you're a fan of that, then maybe consider wishlisting Mars Horizon 2. This is Starminer. It's a space simulation management game with economic elements where you have to design fleets of ships, strip mine asteroids for profits, and defend your operations against alien threats. Ship design, resource management, real-time combat, all rolled into one. This looks pretty darned comprehensive. Published by Paradox, you can expect to be harvesting resources, refining them into upgrades, building bigger ships and stations, and pushing into fresh sectors using link gates. That growth makes you stronger, but also greedier, and with greed comes danger. Rack up too much mining activity and your heat signature spikes, which summons the alien menace. Suddenly, all that careful logistical operation has to pivot into survival, with defense platforms and custom warships standing between your fleet and oblivion. Something that I would say about this game is that it looks absolutely glorious. I mean, just looking at the trailer that you're seeing right now, does it not look absolutely fantastic? Well, I think it does. No word on a release date yet. It is listed as coming soon. However, there have been a couple of closed beta releases that have come and gone. So hopefully we're inching closer and closer and closer towards a full release. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, before we get to the bonus games, we have got Junxions. Junxions is a traffic management game that puts you in control of your city's intersections and infrastructure. Forget the boring city management style stuff and just focus on building the best gosh darned roundabout that you possibly can. That's what Junxions is all about. Now, if you're interested in transportation strategy games like Junxions, I made a whole list about all of the best upcoming transportation strategy games that you can expect to find on Steam over the course of the next year. It is linked up in the top right-hand corner and also down in the description below. Suffice to say, I think Junxions is absolutely at the top of that list. I don't think there are going to be many better transportation management style games that will be releasing over the course of the next wee while. And speaking of a release date, Junxions is currently set for a release date in 2025 at some point, but we've not had any specifics yet, so wouldn't be surprised if this one ended up getting delayed, bumped into 2026. Either way, I'm excited to see more, can't wait to play it. So that's it, but don't click away quite yet because I've got some more bonus management titles that you might be interested in coming right on up. Now, as I said earlier, if you're interested in tycoon games, if you're interested in transportation games, then definitely go and check out those two specific videos where I also highlight a bunch of great management games. Management games are pretty darn difficult to pin down, and so therefore, it's no wonder that a couple end up in the list of tycoon games and a couple end up in the transportation list as well. Either way, let's jump on in to the bonus games. The Diner at the End of the Galaxy. What can I say about this one? It's a diner management sort of simulation style game where you play as the proprietor of a restaurant at the edge of the universe. Definitely some Hitchhikers sort of references thrown in there. Yeah, you're able to grow plants, you're able to serve food, you're able to build buildings and expand your operation. Demo available for this one, and it's releasing at some point in 2025. Townseek is a game where you take to the skies on a whimsical voyage across Explora and uncover the lost legacy of Sir Reginald Sharkingston. Trade, fish, mine, farm, meeting whimsical characters, and exploring vibrant towns along the way. You basically control an airship, you have to explore the world, manage your sort of trading ambitions, and expand and explore the world. It's a pretty cool premise, and the art style is fantastic to boot. Coming to Steam at some point in 2025, but nothing as to a confirmed release date quite yet. So that's it. That's all that I've got. Are you going to be playing any of the games on this list? Please do let me know down in the comments below. Also, check out those 2 videos that I mentioned earlier on, because there's a whole bunch of management games that are tycoon games, and there's a whole bunch of management games that are transport games, at least as I see it. You may very well see it differently. Either way, I'm excited for a bunch of games on this list. Can't wait to play more. Definitely get subscribed to the channel if you're not already. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for watching. I've been Open Potato, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.